Systems on me. Three screen. AZ Stevens. Clear for launch. Hands tied, lights flash, red to green. Every breath is gasoline. Code and chaos, pixels and pain. One mistake and you're out of the game. Screens glow bright, heat in my face. Digital track, physical race. Robin's voice cutting through the crowd. Send it, baby, we're running proud. No reset, no second chance. Heartbeat syncs with the engines dancing the noise. I find my calm, adrenaline's my song. Full send nation, burn the line. Every lap we redefine. No fear, no hesitation. Stevens Motorsport domination. Full send nation, rise again. Full send nation, rise again. 40 cars deep, daylight fades. We ride the storm that the engine made. No walls hold when the dream's in gear. You don't drive fast, you disappear. Set up sheet tape to the dash. Tuned by code and a flash of cash. Sweat drips down, white knuckles burn. This ain't practice, it's my turn. Grip the wheel, feel the grind. Chasing ghosts through the online mind. Every lap a brand new war. I ain't lifting anymore. Full send nation, red line ride. Fuel on fire, hearts collide. Triple screen thunder breaking the chain. We don't quit, we live insane. In gears we trust. In rubber we pray. For every wreck, another day. You better hold that line, AJ. Full send. Full send. Full send nation, flag held high. Daytona dreams will never die. Stevens Motorsport built to win. Light that fuse and send it again. Full send nation, crank that sound. Engine scream, the world spins round. From the grid to the finish flame, we own the night. Remember the name. Yeah. Stevens Motorsports. Full send forever. Engines live, telemetry synced. Stevens Motorsports, lock it in. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Every heartbeat's louder than the rest. The rig's alive.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another NASCAR Throwback round. We saw Richmond was last week. We've got Talladega this week. I'm going to try and rush this a little bit because we're going to have the top three from last week joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and just get right to it. We'll go ahead and pull in your winner from last week.
Thanking everybody.
Andrew, sorry, I had to pull you up.
No worries.
Andrew, you pulled off the win last week at Richmond. It seems obviously a heck of a lot tougher probably than here. Some would probably say this might be tougher, but what's it going to take to get the win tonight?
Lots of luck and lots of friends.
I figured.
Yeah. This is up in the air. It's first off, I just got to survive, and then second, just put yourself in a position where you think you'll get some help from the folks around you, but I don't think anybody's going to help anybody once you get down to the end there.
True. And I almost say that like last week might be tougher because, you know, last week was our first chance on a short track with these cars, like what I would consider a normal short track. So I don't know, take your pick, right?
Yeah, I would have a short track every day. I have more control. This place is, I have no control. I'm not good at doing this, but I'm just trying to survive and have a blast. Try and push the people that push me.
I like it. Well, and that's the thing too, right? You guys went 1, 2, 3 last week. So, you know, do we see that possibility again this week?
It'll be a little harder to do this week, but I think we'll definitely try. I mean, I'm going to push my guys above anybody else. But,
right.
You know, at the end, you're going to go with who's going to get you to the checkered, you know, more than a teammate. We'll take care of each other till it's a couple to go, and then it's every man for himself.
I hear you. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and let you go. I'll drop you back down to the waiting room, and then you can dip out to wherever you're going to head. And good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Have a good time. We'll talk to you later, I hope.
All righty, bud. All right, that was Andrew Phipps. We're going to go ahead and get Mr. Bonnell in here. Second place for Richmond last week, Jesse. You know, it's been kind of a weird season for you. What's it going to take to get a win here tonight?
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. It's been different, that's for sure. Man, just staying out of trouble, I guess. Keeping an eye on the fuel mileage and cautions, and seeing if I just got to make sure that I'm beat myself. I got a good team behind me. Hopefully, we'll make good decisions, and hopefully, it just doesn't come down to fuel mileage. We'll see. Stay out of the big one. Keep it pointed straight. Fenders on it, and just have a shot the last lap. That's all we're looking to do.
Yeah, I mean, and that's always the fun part, right? At a super speedway, you almost have no control of what's happening around you. You know, me and you actually experienced that last week, even. But you guys finished 1, 2, 3 last week. Do we see something similar from last week to this week?
Yeah, we hope so. Team's really strong. We've all got speed. This race is a crapshoot. Just really got to see how it plays out. You can ride at the back, you can be at the front, you can be at the middle, and you just don't know what's going to happen. I do know one thing: the last lap will be chaos, and we'll see who comes out pointed straight at the checkered flag.
It definitely always is, but. All right, well, we'll let you go so that way you can get into where you need to. Do you know if Crownover's in yet?
Yes, he is.
Okay, cool. You want to go down where Phipps is, I'm assuming?
Yep, that'd be great. Thank you.
I'll drop you down there, bud. Good luck.
Thanks, dude.
All righty, and then we're going to get third place from last week. Anthony Crownover, third on the night at Richmond. Anthony, what's it going to take to win here tonight?
A little bit of luck.
We were just talking with Jesse, and he said it's like a crapshoot around this place.
Yeah, y'all can have this one, but if you're there at the end and you got a chance, if not, it's just all about survival.
You know, we saw when I was watching the replay doing the race record. Like I said, you took third on the night. it seems like this car really doesn't like short tracks very much, even though it's supposed to be a short track car.
I mean, this is the first time that I've had the car, so every race that we do is my first race in the car.
Fair.
So, I didn't get any practice last week. I just hopped in, and for me to come home third is amazing. I felt like it was all right, but I'm not very good at Richmond anyways. So for me to adapt to it that quick, I guess I don't know. I kind of like the car on the short track.
See, I've tried this car on a couple of short tracks, and it just fights the hell out of me. So
It just seemed real tight, but you know, Richmond is like that, real tight on entry to 3.
oh yeah, yeah.
And loose off both ends. But I don't know. It's if you, I figured it out last week about halfway through the race. Like if you just let off real early for turn 3, you could get a pretty good lap in. But other than that, that's all I could figure out.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, like, when I tried this car at a short track, it just, like I said, I can't get it to do what I want it to do. And like you said, half the time you figure it out halfway through, and it's like, oh, wait a second. But I was just talking with Jesse. We get to see a little bit of a shakeup in your guys' 1, 2, 3 that we've been seeing all season.
Well, we're gonna try not to. It looks like I'm sitting on the pole right now. Andrew's second. I don't see Jesse. Jesse popped up there on 5th, so we're pretty close together. So why not? I was thinking 3 weeks ago it was first, and then should have been first, and then it was second, and then third last week. So we got to start it over again this week with the first.
Just start digging, right?
Yeah, just start digging. Try to stay in the front row, and hopefully you stay out of the mess.
I like it. I like it. All right, bud. Well, we're gonna go ahead and let you go. I'll drop you down with the guys, and hopefully we can talk to you at the end of this.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
All right, bud. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was Anthony Crownover. So we'll get some race info up really quick before we get ready to go green. 80 laps tonight, 3 sets of tires on the wall. It is 73 degrees, 102 on the track, so hopefully it'll make things a little bit more interesting. The one thing that we're gonna have to watch out for, and it's the truth with pretty much any of these super speedway races with this car, is the fact that the bumping gets a little funky. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes on that. We'll go ahead and get our grid up on screen. Get rid of this guy for just a minute. Anthony Crownover, your third place from last week. He's going to sit on the pole. Andrew Phipps, your winner from last week and current points leader, puts it second. Sam Green with a third place for qualifying. Hopefully Sam can keep it up near the front. Gabe Griffin going to start 4th. Jesse Bennell 5th. Josh Brock is 6th. Zach Korn 7th. Diesel Weasel is 8th. Dustin Haynes is 9th. The Gominator is going to start 10th. Kevin Savoy starting 11th. Michael Brock is 12th. We'll move back a little bit further here. Gary Freeman's going to start 13th. Anthony McPherson going to start 14th. Aiden Haller is 15th. Eric Kapp is 16th. Jeff Pless is 17th. And Carter Nelson is going to start 18th. So that's your grid for tonight. Little light on drivers tonight. Not terribly light, but we'll get some things rolling here. We're going to... I think this is what I want to do with... Unless it's not going to play nice. Why is... Oh. There we go. I'm trying to get the... trying to get the numbers to set the way that I want it to, but it's not playing nice. But anyways, all right. Well, let's see how many of these guys can keep it on 4 wheels. You know, Daytona was a struggle for quite a few of them. So hopefully we see some green flag pit stops, which would really be nice. Connor, I don't know if I'd take corn in this car. All right. We're going to go... my stuff is bouncing all over the place. We've got an EOL, it looks like, for the 14 right off the rip, so he's going to move to the back. And as per usual, we'll do our usual crank it up segment about lap 3. So be ready for that. I'm trying to think if I got anything else of interest so far, but nothing's really coming to mind as we get ready to come on to turn number 2 here. It'll be interesting to see if we see some of these guys get in between Phipps, Crownover, and Benell. The three have been hooked up really good all season long. So there we go. That's what I was looking for. Derp. Now the numbers will download. And it just looks better. All right. Alrighty. Pace car is going to go through 3 and 4. Keep in mind these guys cannot go until the restart zone. So once we hit the restart zone, things will kick off. Anthony Crownover will lead us to the start here. Oh, Michelle, I always pick on corn. That's nothing new. As the pace car has ducked off. And then we will bounce over to the starter cam. Crownover hits the restart zone. And we're green flag racing from Talladega. Phipps out to the lead already with Gabe Griffin in tow as we head down through turns 1 and 2. I'll be interested to see if these guys use the top lane technique. It is one of those things that if you get the right guys in the top lane will overtake and just be flying. Crownover trying to bring it back up to the inside. Phipps going to drop. He's going to get in line with his two teammates on the bottom side and see if they can't make some moves or at least stay up front together, and hopefully none of them get wrecked as we get ready to cross the line for lap number 1. So next time around, we'll hit the crank it up. But Phipps, Crownover, Benell, story of last week. Couple of positions flipped, but that's what's going on as we speak. It looks like you've got the 19 of corn trying to lead the outside lane forward. Down the backstretch we go. That outside lane falling off a little bit. But it is no matter to Phipps and the boys out front. We're going to go ahead and slide sideways for just a minute here. We're going to crank it up for a couple of laps, and we'll bring you guys some daring close action, shall we say. Not sure who all wrecked there. Looks like Benell was in it. Not real sure. Come back and take a look at this. Looked like Savoy was in that pretty hard. Looked like there was some arrow pull. Benell with one heck of a missing front end, and it looks like Savoy was upside down, so he's going to have to tow. I'm not sure if that blew the motor on that car. Doesn't look like... Well, they do have a fast repair. So I think we're going to be okay for most of these guys. Sounds like Korn may have claimed that, so we'll see him roll to the back on the restart. I would also hate to use my fast repair this early. I mean, we're only 3 laps into this race, and some of these guys are going to have to use a fast repair. Let me get... So we've got Pips as the leader. We're through lap 4. We'll be through lap 5 here once we cross the line. Michelle, I think Gabe's going to be okay. It's still early. So... And everybody going to come to pit road mostly for fuel here is what I'm going to guess. I don't think... Yeah, Jeff Plus stayed out. So that'll shake some things up. Looks like Michael is just fine. He's going to head towards the front, actually. See if we can get a closer look at that car. Maybe a little bit of damage bottom center, but looks clean otherwise. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of fender damage. I wonder if we can... Yeah, he's got a little bit of nose damage. Nothing super crazy, but that may slow that car down. And he's going to be the outside of this lane, or the outside of the top lane, or front of the top lane. So he may need to shuffle back just a little bit to get some air and keep moving forward. So, it does look like Savoy is still on pit road, and I believe he's towing still. Yeah, I don't see him moving. Josh Brock, I believe, trying to save a fast repair. Gabe trying to save a fast repair as well. So they'll get rolling here probably about the time the pace car gets back around. I believe pace speed's right around 70 here. I think pit road speed's 65 or 60, so pace speed is 70. Savoy is still towing, so he's going to go another lap down. He's going to need a couple of cautions to get back in this thing. But if that's the only one so far, that's not half bad. Oh no, Savoy forgot to check his fast repair on. That's not good. All right. Alrighty. So lights on the pace car off. We're gonna go green this time. Jeff Pless gonna bring us to the line. Michael Brock to his outside. Then you've got Phipps, Crownover, Haynes, Haller, Freeman, Nelson, McPherson, and Gom, your top 10. And Jeff is in a very cool paint scheme this week. I like the Air Force one. Dennis did a really good job on this. And I think we're still trying to get him an STP paint scheme, because it sounds like getting a good STP paint scheme for this car is a pain. All right. Down to the restart zone we go. And we're off. Plus going to bring us across the line. Remember, Michael Brock's got that nose damage, so this may cause that outside lane to stack up, especially if Crownover doesn't know that he's got it. Gary trying to find a slot back there down below, but it looks like Michael Brock's nose damage is causing these guys to be slow on that high lane. They just cannot get him moving. Dennis actually had to bow out, unfortunately, even though he's still an admin, as he got a new job, and I'm not sure where JD's at tonight, so... Michael drops off the back, or the top of the pack. Everybody's starting to go around him. It's like he's got a giant parachute on the nose of that car as Pless leads a lap here and Phipps keeps pushing. We'll see if we can't get another crank it up segment back in, since we just couldn't get it in that time. So once we come back around, we'll crank it up and do it all over again, as I see Mr. Bedell starting to try to fly up through the field on that high lane back there in the 88. But we'll step aside, we'll crank it back up, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Continues to lead up front with Phipps in tow. Sam Green trying to come forward on that outside lane. See if they can get a little bit more organized here. We've got about 3 cars that have dropped off the back. It looks like Griffin, Brock, and some, I'm sorry, Cap, Brock, and Griffin. 2 of those cars I do believe still have damage in the 42 and the 17. So they may be hoping for a caution here fairly quickly. Down through the tri-oval we go. It looks like that top lane has just become a bust, really. I think these guys are going to wind up falling in line for a little bit. Sam's going to bail out of this pack and let these guys go, so he'll glom onto the back. Right now, it's all Jeff Pless up front. He needed to lead some laps. He needed some bonus points. Dustin Haynes goes to the high side. See the 88, the 19 going with him. That's Benell and Korn. Side by side out of turn number 2. And it gets really funky with these cars, because if you try to push too much, it'll get them kind of all sorts of wacky. And Benell doing a damn good job of pushing Haynes around the track right now, trying to get some air so that way it doesn't blow the car up. Out of turns number 3 and 4, headed towards lap number 14. Dustin Haynes going to pull ahead for the first time tonight. Benell looking to still get some air, because otherwise the car's going to get very hot very quickly. And the outside lane makes another run going down into the corner. Gary Freeman out on the high side by himself. Les still leads by just a little bit here. It's going back and forth and back and forth. We're going to see a lot of seesaw action while these cars are side by side, just because they don't like to break away from each other, from what I can tell. But so far, a lot of good driving up front as Haynes drops it to the bottom. Oh, and he gets turned! Oh, my God. I'm not even sure. We're going to go back here. We're going to go for the blimp. And I'm not sure what the 3 was thinking, because he wasn't very clear when he makes the drop. And then he drops too far. And then it right hooks right up into Benell. And then I see Korn was in that. Just kind of looking through. Why are we stopped? Oh, we've way passed the pace car. There's the pace car going by. There are a lot of beat up race cars in this one. Phipps is towed. Benell barely makes it onto pit road. The booth has got you, boys. All right, well, Corn has gotten the lead. Phipps is going to come out in second. Jesse's going to be wind up sitting here for a while. That front end of that car is bad. I think the wheel might even be broke off of it at this point. Who else do we still got sitting on pit road? Gabe is on pit road. I don't think he was involved in that because he was quite a ways off the back. Josh Brock on pit road. And Carter on pit road as well. I don't know. Kind of looks like Carter's car might be slowly fixing itself. Can't tell what all's going on with it there. What's up, Diggs? All right, so it looks like it's going to be Corn, Phipps, Crownover, Diesel, Gom, Freeman, Brock, Haynes. Your top 8. We've got a couple of guys that looks like just went back down pit road there, with Pless coming out 9th. Eric Cap looks like might be coming out in 10th. So will be interesting to see how the rest of this race shapes up. As we've got the rest of the field catching up off of turn number 2 out of the pits. Alrighty, pace car should be ducking off here once we get out of turn number 4. Corn will lead us to the green. He'll get to go anytime we get into the restart zone. We'll see if we can't get some more green flag racing in. So we've still got quite a few laps to go. We've still got almost 60 laps to put into the books here. Green flag's in the air, and we are off and racing again. Phipps with a good start next to these guys. I don't know if he's going to try and drop it down or if he's going to try and go out and around. Horn is going to go ahead and lead coming out of turn number 2 here. See the Gominator making his way forward. And then it's 4 wide at the back, it looks like, or 3 wide. It's going to narrow up just a little bit. Everything's going to work itself out as we head down into turn number 3. And everybody's starting to kind of settle in. Although I see Sam coming up through the middle 3 wide. He pulls that off. And then he gets sucked right back 3 wide. So kind of odd how he made it up through, and then now he's slower than molasses back there. But this little pack kind of breaking away. See how that goes. Sam just sounded defeated. He's like, that almost worked. So he tried something, but it just got to go up short. Phipps has got the lead for the moment, but Korn has got a run on the bottom. Holy moly. Down into the tri-oval we go. Phipps is going to take over the lead. It looks like, I think Crownover needed to get some air on that nose. So Phipps going to lead across the line that time. Gary Freeman behind him. Gary's going to stay the high lane. He's going to stay the course. Puts Korn back to second. Phipps to the lead. Gary trying to get a lap lead in today. Get some of his bonus points if he can. Michael Brock hanging on with that little bit of damage. A little bit of communication going on between drivers wanting pushes in certain spots. Gary's going to take over the lead on the outside at the moment. I don't think he's going to hold it off at 2, but they should have it right off the corner. And Gary with a little bit of a lead as they fly down the back stretch. And then the inside lane starts to catch back up again. But Gary holds the advantage on the high side. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, this car is a little more high lane dominant. So if you can get a good group of guys running and side draft your way forward, you can make it work really well. And Gary's going to lead that time by as the outside lane starts to take off again. This time Dustin drops it to the bottom and he holds his lane. Gary kind of rocking both at the moment. So we'll see where he decides to go. He's going to stack up the outside. The inside's going to start to make a run. And he holds the outside. Josh Brock looking to come to the front for the first time tonight. Ooh, it's tight. I don't know if Josh has got Gary's draft or not, but it looks like Josh is stuck in the sucker hole. And Tom's going to the outside. It's 4 wide. 4 wide through the tri-oval. 4 wide through the tri-oval. Still 4 wide. Wow, that got wild. And that lets Dustin Haynes and the boys move forward. You're most welcome. As I try to give these guys some help. Dustin Haynes gonna lead down through the tri-oval. And you got Phipps, Crownover, Brock, Green, Griffin, Weasel, Haller, Brock, Josh Brock, and Jeff Plus, your top 10. As I see Sam is on a streaker trying to get to the outside. Not gonna be able to get it done that time. Oh, Tom's dropped off the back of the pack. Sam gonna try again to the outside. Nobody goes with him this time either. Oh, I don't know if I have. Do I still have that one? I have that button somewhere. I don't think I have it on my stuff. I usually have it, but let me see if I got it. It was here. Yeah, apparently I don't have it anymore. That sucks. That was a funny ass button too. But Dustin Haynes continues to lead with Andrew Phipps in second. The outside lane starting to try to come back forward. Getting a little bit strung out at this point. Ooh, Sam trying to get a lap lead. He leads right now. Can he get it? Sam gets a lap lead at Talladega. Oh, Josh Brock trying to get some air. And Sam's gonna let Dustin walk right back around him. Sam gets stuck in the sucker hole as Josh Brock almost blows up due to heat. Gary shoots to the middle. Nobody goes with him. And he's got no hole to drop it back into either as Dustin Haynes continues to lead as we're 27 laps in at Talladega. Everybody kind of single filed out though. So I'm kind of curious now, when do we start to see pit stops? Do we see green flag stops? You know, these cars usually get about, I think, 40 laps. So we should see probably lap 28 to 30 or 28 to 30 in. And let's check and see. Dustin Haynes put it on lap 15. So I would think probably somewhere around lap 40 we might see him. Gary side drafting the bottom lane there. I wanted to come back and look at Tom and Carter. They've gotten separated off the back, but that could be a blessing in disguise, especially if these guys up front wreck. But single file, we're going to see some fuel saving, and that might be what some of these guys are thinking. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I picked Gary to win the race tonight. Give him the old commentator's curse. There was a lot of jokes in Discord earlier today about who was going to win it, and so I said I was going to pick various people for the commentator's curse. Let's go off the nose of Gary's car here for just a little bit. Give you guys a little bit different perspective on that outside lane. I really wish I could get the mouse aim working, because then I can kind of pan around. But when I try to get out, it always causes an issue. So we can even do this. Oh, it reset my camera. You can see kind of how wobbly these cars can get. And most of it's just because of the air, unfortunately. Oh, Diggs, no, he needs to be sponsored by Bad Boy. Because at least then his car will be orange and you'll be able to see him. As Gary's going to pull off a lap lead here in just a second, I think. Or, nope, Gary gets sucker hold. Dustin Haynes. Carter headed to pit road. I can't tell if that car... Nope, he's not blown up. We've still got RPM, so... So Tom is all by himself, which is not good. He's going to hemorrhage time right now. But this could change things even for... even for Carter, this might work out. Oh, Carter thought he blew it up, but apparently his gas man forgot to put gas in the car. So very, very odd that happened. If Tom's smart, he'll pick up Carter right here and they can keep on a trucking. We'll see what happens, but Dustin Haynes continues to lead. Phipps, I think, just biding his time, saving some fuel. No 87's race tonight for me, Chris. That'll be probably Friday night. Everybody's single file except for Pless right now. As Dustin Haynes is getting some of the most laps led so far. Gary was just off underneath. I'm not sure what that was about. I don't know if that was a bad bump or what. Gary's going to need to find some draft. Oh, the line checked up and it kicked him out. So Dustin leads another one. Tom and Carter have picked each other up. So that's good news, at least for Tom. So he's not by himself anymore. The bad thing for Carter is he's going to be by himself when Tom pits. So Haynes, Phipps, Crown over Sam Green, Josh Brock, Diesel Weasel, Aiden Haller, Gabe Griffin, Zach Korn, Michael Brock, your top 10. Chris, I do believe that's at like 9 o'clock. If I'm correct. I'll probably tell you here in a minute. Looks like Q's at 9:50, so it should be somewhere around 9 o'clock. So if you're looking for the Yes Car League. But back here in the throwback, we've got Dustin Haynes continuing to lead the way. Phipps has not moved off of his bumper. So I don't think that's a bad stance to go with. As I see that Plus has fallen off the back of the field as well. So maybe him and Gary can get hooked up and get moving forward here. But that's going to let these guys really start to stretch out as more and more guys fall off the back of that pack. "36 laps in," like we were talking, I gotta imagine we start seeing some guys come down a pit here very shortly. Because we do run a little bit less fuel in these cars than normal, just to try to force a pit stop here and there. And now it looks like Michael Brock's lost the back of the pack. So I'm starting to wonder what's happening to these guys on the back of the pack, that they keep dropping off. Crown over looking to the high side. Kind of looked like Crown over was going to take the lead by himself. Crown over going to fall right back in line. For the sake of some of these guys, I'm sure some of these guys are praying that they don't have a caution, because if they do, they're out of fast repairs. So as we're halfway in to this run, off the nose of Gabe Griffin, you can tell everybody's just kind of riding easy. There's a little bit of separation still on the left front of Gabe's car, so I'm sure he's holding on to that fast repair. Oh, Chris, in this car, it's been pretty terrible for some of these guys. This Phipps goes to the outside. It takes everybody with him. Oh, there's our first pit of the race. Dustin Haynes coming down by himself. I figured it was going to be close. So now we got Phipps out front. How long before him and Crownover go in? Yeah, it's going to be real tough, Chris, unless he can come out with a couple of these guys. I don't know. We'll have to see how it cycles. 34's pitting this time, so Gary's going to come in. This front pack continues to roll together. I don't anticipate tires for any of these guys, just because the car doesn't really wear them here. If you had a restart coming, I'd say take them, but to me, it's kind of crazy. So. Everybody coming down for the most part, I do believe this time. Ooh, are these guys going to get slowed up? Just barely, and the entire field pit together. Not one person stayed out. That's wild. Just like that, Jeff Pless is going to take the lead again. And Tom's coming off of pit road, so that's going to save him from going a lap down. So Phipps is going to be out first. We'll have to see what the gap is. He's got a little bit of a gap over Sam Green. So now things are going to get really stretched out. So this is where you're going to see acts of desperation happen. You've got Aiden, Crownover, and Sam Green all in a 3-car pack behind Phipps, and they're closing quick. Jeff Pless is on pit road. If Phipps is smart, he'll jump in behind Aiden and roll with these guys, depending on how they pick him up. But now you've got the second pack closing like gangbusters. And it looks like... Is it Diesel? Diesel fell off the back of the pack. So now Sam Green leads. Josh Brock fades to the high side of corn. He's going to tag off the back. So we're going to see at least one more stop before this race is over. Sam Green to the high side. He's going to let Crownover go by. See if he can't tag back on. They're catching the 11 of Carter Nelson. So that puts Crownover to the lead with Phipps in second. Carter says he's going to stay low, try to stay out of the leader's way. Ooh, and we're snaking around Carter. And Carter's going to fill the spot right behind Corn. I just don't know how much damage Carter has. So this could bode terrible for Sam and Josh if this gap gets any bigger. And it's looking like it is. Although they're kind of hanging on at the moment. And it looks like Josh Brock ain't clear yet. Oh, Aiden Haller gonna challenge for the lead. He gets an entire group of them to go around. Kind of wild. I didn't see that coming. Didn't have Aiden Haller headed for the lead on my bingo card. Diggs, was it Goldberg? Now we got some side-by-side racing. Oh, Aiden got put to the middle for a second. I think Gabe's just trying to get some air. That outside lane's going to die out since there's 5 cars down low. Aiden drops back in behind Josh Brock. They tried something. It didn't quite work. Maybe they showed their cards just a little too early here. Okay, that's okay. That makes sense, Diggs. DC, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just surprised that it keeps single filing out. I figured these guys would kind of go for it, but after the 2 cautions up front, it kind of makes things a little more interesting. Well, after 48 laps, Crownover leads. Phipps is second. Sam Green third. Josh Brock is fourth. Hayden Haller fifth. Gabe Griffin sixth. Zach Korn seventh. Eric Kapp is eighth. Dustin Haynes ninth. Diesel Weasel in 10th. As they're about to put the Dominator a lap down. And that really shakes things up in the back of the field as Tom's finally up to speed. So Tom, if a caution was to break out right at this moment, Tom would be your lucky dog. At least he's able to tuck it in with the leaders. Michelle, he just got bounced off the back of the pack early before that green flag stopped. So unfortunately, the way that this car is, there's just not a lot of speed by itself. Next one that they're going to catch is Gary. Same kind of situation. And I'm going to check this. Crownover pitted on lap 40. So I would expect probably by lap 65, 70, we'd see him come back in. So we'll get one more hit out of him. That's really going to let the leaders break away. Tom gets a little shove off. He's still rolling, but that is not going to help Tom at the moment. As now Crownover and Phipps start to pull away. Although Tom keeps getting cars dropping in front of him, so that may help him catch back up. As Gary's going to try to go for the lead with Carter. Well, not for the lead, but get his lap back with Carter behind him. Tom's almost got the back of Josh Brock, it looks like. I do believe that's who that is. So that'll help him for a little bit. But they're going to need at least one more car, I think, to really have speed forward. Gary trying to dig around that outside. As a lap down car makes it tough. And it looks like they're going to wind up settling for the back of this pack. As I see Carter's already made his way there. And they're going to put Jeff Pless a lap down here in a minute. Plus on the bottom side, everybody goes out and around the outside again. They've almost picked up the whole field together again, which is kind of shocking. Granted, there's just lap cars in the mix on it. The question is, how many guys are saving enough fuel to not have an issue? Ooh, somebody just blinked out. Oh, crown over blinking a little bit. We're going to focus off of Phipps for the time being. Not sure what happened there, but back to single file for almost everybody. Oh, Gary's out of the line. $27 laps to go. Uh-oh. Josh Brock spun to the inside. Go back and take a look at that. Let's see what happens. Oh, God, it just sent him. Josh Brock with nose damage. We stay green, though. We got a couple of different guys blinking. I wonder if iRacing servers are having an issue or something. Josh Brock headed down pit road. Probably to fix damage and see if you might even have that fast repair. Use the fast repair and get your fuel, get out of there. Down through the trial. Crown over going to lead again. The 11 is already pitted, or pitting for the last time. The question is when do we start to see these guys go? I've got to imagine probably the next 5. That's going to be my guess. Pips to the outside around Crown over. Crown over actually led quite a bit of that, so I'm not surprised that they're flip-flopping. They may check up and let Gary in front. Or not. I lied. He didn't have enough speed. So Phipps gonna lead for a little bit. Try to get Crown Over's fuel back up, or should I say slowing down on the consumption. So got about half the field a lap down at this point. Gary side drafting Aiden. All that's going to do is cause those guys to fall off the back of the pack. Like, what in the wide world of sports? Gary's actually pulling half the field back. It looks like Aiden's finally caught to the back of Sam. Phipps continues to lead. I'm waiting to hear a pit road call at some point soon. Usually I hear them by the start finish line or down the back stretch, but I would think 20 to go, I'd want to fill up and get out of there and try to get out in front of everybody if I can. Man, Gary is trying to get that lap back. Something fierce. I just heard Tom call out he's pitting. You're not wrong. Sam's been pretty consistent overall. He hit his pit box perfect the last time. And it's put him in a damn good spot. It was funny because earlier tonight, he was saying that he didn't think he had a shot at it. You know, Daytona went pretty good for him until the last turn. And it looks like they're catching the 11 of Carter. Got the 99, the 17, the 19, and I'm going to bet the 6 car as well. Who else is coming? I just heard somebody else call too. I think it might have been Michael Brock that might have called out. As Aiden and all those guys hit pit road. So we'll see how that sets things up with a 20-lap dash. Now, Plus is almost the next car lap down, but Gary goes around. He's going to side draft Sam. Oh, this is going to get hairy. Tom got him on the bottom side. He just came off pit road. Sam gets in behind Crown over. So these guys are going to go a little bit longer. Which is interesting because if you look, Eric and all those guys, they're way ahead. They're going to have to get hooked up, all 4 of them. Or otherwise, they're all going to get swallowed up. So hopefully they can get organized to get together and take off here. As you can see on the track map, they start to close together under one circle. So it looks like that's what they're doing. And now you've got the lead lap cars of Phipps, Crownover, and Green breaking away as Tom tries to side draft Plus. I just heard Crownover call out pitting. Oh, excuse me. So this will be the last pit stop for your top 3. The question is, do we make it out quick enough? Sam's gonna go with them. So now we see where the leaders come out in relation to the 6 car going along the backstretch on your track map right now. It should be a quick stop. They're going to take less fuel than the other guys did. As long as they come out together, I think they've got a shot here, but they got to get moving. Down and away they are. How close is it going to be? Phipps better drag a little bit or he's going to get steamrolled by these two, and the other guys are going to catch. He's letting up. You can see it on the gap. He's coming back to him. And there is a 4.5 second gap back to the second group. Now it's 2.7. Cap is pulling these guys forward. 2.5. 2.4. There is more cars in this pack, but these guys aren't going to have to check up as much. Looks like they've stalled it at 2.3. They may catch by the end of the race. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on it, as it's still 2.3. Sam's falling off the back of the pack just a little bit, which is going to slow these guys down. I don't know if there's damage on Sam's car or he just got off kilter there. See if he can get back up behind him if they can start pulling, because Eric Cap is leading the way. And trying to get Sam up behind Crownover so they can try to escape a little bit. They're down to 1.8. Eric Cap leads the charge. They are getting closer in the windshield, down to 1.7 now. If we go off of our lap times, and we'll P-1. See what the gap is this time by. They go around plus. Sam was 0.6 slower. They're down to 1.4. So Cap continues to pull him down to 1.3 now. They've almost got the draft of the cars in front of them. This may turn into about a 10-lap battle here at the end. These guys are trying to be as steady as they can be, but I don't think that's any luck for the guys behind, or for them, because the guys behind them with a 4-car draft are just that much faster. Down to 1.1. If the second group stays organized, I think they get to within a second this lap. But now they're pulling out just a little bit, and they're going to catch Dustin Haynes. So this may help them. It all depends on when they catch him and how fast they catch him. They kind of held steady at about 1.1, but now Cap's got him within a second. They'll probably pull here for a minute, but at this point, I think it's inevitable. I think Cap's going to pull up to him as he's 0.8 back and closing rather quickly. Well, Cap's got their 0.3 off the back. Phipps leads. We got 11 laps to go, and they're going to go to the outside and try to go around them. Phipps blocks the high lane. Oh, Eric Cap gets a bump from $8. He hangs on to it. Oh. Well, that let Sam and Crownover get to the front with a lap car in between. Phipps to the outside by himself. Dustin Haynes says, I don't want any part of this, and tries to get out of the middle of it. Crownover leads, Sam Green second, Eric Cap's third, Aidenholler's fourth, Gabe Griffin's fifth, Korn is sixth, Phipps seventh, Diesel Weasel all the way back about a whole lap in eighth. Well, now, if you're Sam, you kind of wait, because you could go now and it could end badly. You're going to need some help. Very disorganized second lane trying to get going. They're going to lose speed to the guys up front on the bottom. Oh, there goes Eric Cap out and around. Can him and Aidenholler get it done? To the lead they go. And that just changed the whole thing about this race. Cap leads. Aidenholler shoots to the bottom. Korn's going to go to the bottom with Holler. It's still Eric Cap out in front with Gabe Griffin pushing. How long do they hang out on the high side? They're going to go to the bottom this time. Ooh, Michael Brock gets a little loose on the high lane as a lap car. Crownover's going to shove underneath him. See if they can't make a push back to the front again. Cap leads with Gabe Griffin in tow, but here comes Anthony Crownover to the outside. Cap leads through the tri-oval. Ooh, there's Doran in the middle of the pack back there, back by Korn and Crownover. 6 laps to go. I almost feel like Cap's a sitting duck as Crownover is trying to get a run around that outside, but Haynes is not staying close enough. They're going to try and get a 4-car draft going. Michael Brock going to try to help. Right now, it's Cap, Griffin, Haller, and Corn out front. Sam Green coming back to the back of this pack. It looks like the back of this pack is trying to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at it. Crownover's trying to dig by himself. He's got no help on the outside lane, so he's got to side draft it all the way forward. And here comes Phipps to help mount the charge. Ooh, Gabe gets off the back of Eric Cap for just a second, but he's right back to him. Crownover's going to pull up alongside Aiden Haller. He's going to keep going. He's almost at Gabe Griffin. Can he make it around the outside? Coming to the line, 3 to go. Crownover tries to dig around the outside still. Oh no, Eric Cap's loose. He saves it. Crownover takes over the lead. Phipps on the high side, Crownover on the bottom. They said they'd work together, and towards the end, it'd be every man for himself. We're going to take the stripe with 2 to go. Crownover tries to block both. Crownover's around and up the track he goes. Caution is out. Wow, that was a hit. So they come out of turn 4 here. There's a bump. Crownover moves up. And just because of the way the car stacks, Crownover goes for a ride. And then it hooks just dead nuts right. Sam hits the back of Crownover because there's nowhere to go. So hopefully Sam's got his fast repair left. That was wild. Well, what happens now? I do believe Dustin Haynes should be your lucky dog. So we've got 2 green-white checkers for this. All right, so Dustin Haynes. Wait to see him take off here. Yep, there he goes. So Dustin Haynes was your lucky dog recipient. He's going to get to join the back of the field. Well, this one actually was pretty interesting for quite a while. I was surprised that we got 2 green flag pit stops in. So it's only fitting that we end this under green-white checker. Well, I think... Yeah, Sam had a fast repair, so he should be still in it. Dustin Haynes hits pit road. So lap cars will move to the back once we get across the line. We'll go 2x2, so we'll have 9 cars on the lead lap. I might be thinking that Dustin's getting some damage fixed. That's what I'm thinking. So we can't rear chase that. I don't see any damage on his car. So maybe I'm just crazy. I do believe that Haller's sitting in a pretty good spot as we speak. You know, I feel like Phipps and Griffin are sitting ducks right now as they get ready to line up. But really, you don't try to make your move until you're about to come out of turn number 4 on the last lap. So, and it looks like, I'm going to take a look at Gabe really quick, because there's right rear damage on that car. So that may cause an issue. So we're going to want to be on the lookout for that during the restart. Jimmy, no, his actual name is not Weasel. That's what he goes by for privacy purposes, so. All right. So Andrew Phipps is going to bring us to the line. You know, we've seen him. He's pulled off quite a few wins so far this season. The question is can he hang on? You know, super speedway racing, you're up front. Things get weird. I don't know if Dustin Haynes is going to catch the back of the field before we get ready to go green. I'm going to say he probably does, but based on what my track map's telling me, I don't know. I mean, he's end of the line anyways because he is the lucky dog recipient. There he is. All right, so he will join the back of the field there. And we're going to get ready to go green. Once he hits the restart zone, this thing can get kicked back off. And we're green flag racing. I would expect to see some moves very quickly here. See who can get things moving quicker. Right now, Gabe Griffin is... not now. Now he's not your leader, but now Phipps is back to the lead. Oh, and there goes Phipps off the nose of Haller. It stays green. All right, so Aiden leads now. Sam's locked on that bumper. You can see him wiggling. There goes Gabe. Oh my God, and the rest of the field's crashing. Oh my God. All right. Well, let's go to the blimp. Yeah, Corn's... Oh, wow. That was really weird. Corn had a little wiggle, and it did that. Who went flipping? I know Gary was in that. Oh, God. That's Josh Brock. I'm looking for Gary. Somebody went... Okay, so Josh Brock went flipping. I was going to look at... Yeah, we're going to roll back and look and see what happened to JB here because holy moly. He went all the way through the tri-oval on his lid. That is... that... Sorry, Josh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Hold on. Oh, this is going to be way too good. We come down through the trial. We're going to see Gabe spit to the right. He's going to hit Gabe in 3, 2, 1. And like Ricky Bobby, I'm flying through the air right now. This isn't good. And he lands on his roof. Oh, man. Way too funny. Sorry, Josh, I had to do it. I hope you get a laugh out of that. Oh. Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. That was way too good. So Carter's going to get the lucky dog. I don't... You know what? That might put him on the lead lap. I think it might put Carter on the lead lap. Oh, man. Gabe's car is just screwed. We're going to... That thing is twisted. I don't know, Mom. What do you think? That's... His steering wheel is pointed to the 9 o'clock, he says. We'll go in cockpit. Oh, good God. Good God. Sorry, Michelle. And then Korn said he's got 13 minutes of damage. It really doesn't look that bad, though. Odd. I think he already used it, Michelle. Yeah, Gabe is just walking. Well, that's Gabe's car. I haven't seen one walk like that in a while. And it's not the direction you want to have it skewed. Yeah, Michael's front end's gone. I think Phipps is good. So that caution came out at a perfect time for him. Yeah, it looks like he's clean. So Aiden's gonna bring us to the green flag. You've got Sam in the high lane. The next flag is gonna end it. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I don't. These cars have been very unpredictable tonight. So Good Lord, that car is just, I mean, you could read the door number plain as day from here. All right, well. Gabe's trying to test his restart. My God, that thing is scary. I just hope that he has the wherewithal to pull it out of the way if it's too nuts going down into turn number 1. Fuck. All right, pace car's off. Aiden's gonna get this thing restarted once we get the restart zone. Like I said, next flag ends this thing. Here we go. Oh God, he shifted and it did weird things. All right, well, that's going to leave Sam in a run on the outside. I don't know why Eric didn't stay with him there. You got a 3-car pack on the high side. You got a 4-car pack on the bottom side. Sam Green leads off turn number 2. The inside lane is going to come back, and Aiden's going to lead down into 3. If we make it to the Yellowwood sign, it will go official, and Sam's around! That's gonna be the race! It was Netco that ended the race! I gotta go back and find it. We'll roll it back. I mean, you could see it about plain as day. And we'll chase Sam. Everything's fine. And then you're going to see Sam just go around, right? There, they're not even touching. Just netcode BS. Although, does Sam save it? Nope. No, he sure didn't. I thought he did. I thought he saved it. Oh, man. That's rough. That is rough. I'm not sure why, but Carter's in front of the whole field. Or it looks like it. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Something doesn't make sense. I wonder if our software just hasn't caught up, but right now it's got Carter in front of everybody, so I'm not sure what happened here. Alrighty, so Aiden Holler's gonna come home with your win there. We'll get this off screen. I'm not sure why it's got Carter in the lead, because we all know that he was a lap down, or not sure. So Aiden's gonna be your winner. Dustin Haynes will be third. Eric Cap fourth. Diesel Weasel will be Good Lord, this is all messed up. So they're gonna have to fix some things. But yeah, definitely an interesting finish there. All right. Okay, I'm just waiting to see the top three. Into Discord here. We got Dustin Haynes as well. What happened to scoring? Like something is messed up. Yeah, there we are. There's our top three. There we go. Now we've got a nice, pretty top three as we're waiting for interviews. If Aiden ever wants to get into Discord over here, I know somebody's watching that can tell him he needs to move. Oh, I know it did, Diesel. I'm just waiting. I got Eric Cap now. All right, there he is. All right, we've got our winner. Are you mental? You really need to change that. We got our winner, Aiden Holler, in here. Aiden, it looked like it was going to be a pretty good fight there, getting ready to come out of 4 for the last lap. Yeah. And then it looked like Netcode kind of unfortunately ended what fun you were about to have. Walk me through the night a little bit.
Yeah, we have passed 99 what's this, Ford Mustang Cheez-Its car. Try to push Phipps on to go, then that ensued. But apologize for the Phipps in the 418, and yeah, we got past Ford Mustang for in victory lane.
I like it. I like it. It's always a crapshoot when we come to the super speedways, especially with this car, it seems like. But it looks like you were able to hang on without issue tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Me and Corn, Eric, and Gabe were bunched up together, so that was a fun time.
I was gonna say, when you guys came off of pit road for that last green flag pit stop, I mean, you guys were rolling, and you just run them down. So we could tell you guys were all working together. Was there a plan if it stayed green to the end?
I don't think, probably not. Probably, if the caution came out, we just gonna stay out anyways because we have plenty of fuel left.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. Like I said, I thought we were gonna get a good dogfight on the first restart, and then the second one was shaping up, and then unfortunately we didn't get to battle it out to the end there. But overall, a solid win on the night.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to before I let you go and let you do more burnouts?
Thank you for calling out.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats on your win tonight, man. I'm going to let you go, and hopefully we can talk to you again next week.
Yep.
All righty. Aiden Holler, everybody. Well, we got to grab second place. Dustin Haynes on the night. Dustin, you went a lap down at one point. You got gifted a caution right when you needed it. And then just about as you're ready to go for the win, the caution comes out for the final time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had him in my sights. I was going to get him, but just the caution came out and just deflated my balloon. But hey, it's better than I usually do, so I'm still going to walk away with that one with my head high. So
I was going to say a top 3 after an early wreck, having to do a green flag pit stop by yourself, going a lap down and coming back to the top 3. That's almost a
2
win.
green flag pit stops by myself.
Yeah, that's almost a win in my book.
Yeah, I did okay somehow. Thankfully, I think Dale was looking after me, but yeah, I'm just glad I was able to do as good as I did tonight, because I try my hardest every time I come out here week in and week out, and sometimes my results don't show it, but I give it my all when I'm out there. I seem to only really can make things work out on super speedways or like places like Michigan or Kansas where they have real high momentum aero-based stuff. So.
Yeah, this car on a short track's a little tricky, anyways.
Yeah, it's not really my bread and butter either.
I will say at least your gas man did his job, unlike Carter's, so that was a plus. Probably saves you from going another lap down. But yeah, like I said, all in all, I would take a second place with that kind of night any day.
Yeah, I seen Sam wrecking in front of me and just, oh no. The first thing I thought of was just go to the outside wall. If I get collected, I get collected, but at least I tried to get around it.
Right.
And it worked out for me, but so when I got that last lap back, I went ahead and got fuel, came back around and got fuel again before I caught the pack, just so I made sure I had enough in case we had green light checkers.
Right.
I was trying to set myself up for that future incident, which thankfully did happen.
Yeah, I mean, you try to prepare for it, but you never know how that incident's going to go, which makes it even all the more tough.
Yeah, I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it.
Yep, nope, I get that. So, well, like I said, second place on the night tonight after a wild run. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Everybody over here, I want to give a shout out to Philip, or Phipps, I believe, the 48. Me and him worked really, really good together earlier. I want to thank Outlaw Performance. Sorry, it's been a long night. A space note here. I'm excited. Outlaw Performance. I want to thank everyone that watches week in and week out. I want to thank all the guys here that do all the work week in and week out, because I officiate for another league and know how much of a strain it can be on you and how taxing it can be at times. But I also want to thank everybody that showed up to the race tonight. It was a lot of fun. I know there was a lot of incidents that happened, but all in all, it was another fun racing week. So I'm just glad I was able to go on ahead and get a good finish compared to how I normally do.
Right, exactly. Well, congrats on the second place, bud. We'll let you go. Hopefully we can talk to you again next week.
Here's hoping.
All
Take
right,
it easy,
man.
buddy.
You too, bud. Dustin Haynes, everybody. And we got one more. We call him the silent assassin around here. Eric Cap comes back from the back of the pack to the front of the pack and pulls off a third place finish tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all he's got
I got
to
pretty
say.
much lucky. If that caution doesn't come out after I save it off too.
I thought you had it kind of in the bag. You go for a ride, and then you avoid all hell breaking loose out of 4. So, gift horse maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I will say that a lot of the being in that position was me, Aiden, Gabe, and Corn all working together.
Well, and that's what Aiden was just saying. I kind of gathered after a little bit that you guys were all kind of working together to try to take down the Hendrick boys. But you kind of were, like we just said, you were on the crap end of a bad bump. I mean, is that just something that we're going to inherently see with this car in super speedways?
Yeah, especially if it's like a bump from another car behind that you don't know about.
Right.
And they hit in the corner.
Right. We saw damage on Gabe's car from that not the last caution, but the caution before, or actually even the caution before that, because of everything. And I can't help but wonder if weird things are happening with the hit boxes on these cars.
It seems like it, because the fact of the matter is I feel like I had a few netcode 4Xs where I didn't even get into any one or not. Right.
Well, and then we saw obviously the whole thing that ends it is the netcode there between Crownover and Sam, and just kind of weird things like what the Gen 6 used to do.
Yeah.
So, but it's a solid night for you. Just like Dustin, you came from the back all the way to the front, pulled off a podium. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before I let you go?
be totally honest, shout out to coordinating Gabe, all of us working together.
I like it. I like it. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Hopefully we get to talk to you again next weekend.
All right.
All righty. Eric Cap, everybody, that was your third place. That's going to be it for me up here in the booth tonight. We've got the NASCAR Truck League back tomorrow night. Don't forget, if you're looking for setups for your WNIS races at Martinsville this week, PRS is where you're going to want to find those. The link is down in the description if you're looking for my affiliate code. Other than that, everybody have a great night. We'll catch you all tomorrow night, right about 9:30ish for the NASCAR Truck Series. And then I do believe Friday night we may stream the WNIS from Martinsville. So we will see all of you guys then. Have a good night, everybody.